Hey guys, so it is literally like 3:30 in the morning, but I couldn't sleep and I haven't uploaded a video in a while, so I was like, well, why not just make a video? So, um, I basically decided I was gonna do the 50 facts about me, um, which I was actually gonna do in a couple days, but I was like, oh well, I'll just do it now, because I can't sleep, so. Number 1 is I am a diabetic. Number 2, I originally have a brown hair that is so dark it is basically black. Which you can't even tell it by my eyebrows because my eyebrows are not natural color. And I will tell you why they're not natural color is because the first time I bleached my hair, which was July of 2013, basically, my mom was like, we're gonna look stupid if you don't dye your eyebrows. I was like, Mom, don't dye my eyebrows. And she goes, too late. And she dyed them. And they ended up coming out like half blonde, half brown, so maybe like a dirty blonde color. And then once they the blonde mostly came out, like now you can tell that they're a lighter color. Like you can't tell it in this camera light, but they are. Okay, number 3. My best friend is called Izzy, and I'm looking down because I had to write 50 things down. Like I wasn't gonna remember all these. Number 4, I am claustrophobic. Number 5, my favorite band is One Direction. I know. Number 6, I cannot sit through a movie without getting up and walking around or pausing the movie 30 minutes into it, unless it's a scary movie. I can sit through scary movies because I get so into scary movies and I'm just like, okay, I'm here. But in any other movies, no other movie has been able to catch my attention to where I can just sit there and go oh, I'm here, like a scary movie has. Number 7. After high school, I would like to hopefully get into art school. Number 8. My favorite song is Lean On Me by Bill Withers, which is a 50s song. And my grandma, who is my dad's mom, she is my grandma that passed away from a tumor in her brain when I was younger. And basically, we used to go over there all the time, and basically she used to play it, and I kind of got hooked onto the song when I was younger, and it kind of just it's kind of always been something that I've always listened to. Number 9, I have 5 siblings, which there's 2 boys and 3 girls. So, and I'm the second oldest out of the 6 of us. My 2 passions are music and art. Number 11 is I love the black and white cartoons where not just any black and white cartoon though, I love the ones that are really really old where you have the cartoons on the screen but they don't talk or anything. All you have is they murmur, and then there's the instruments doing the sound effects and stuff. I love those type of cartoons. I remember I used to sit down and watch them with my dad all the time. Number 12 is I won first place in an art show with a sculpture that I made in my 3D art class. Oh, it's over there. Which I thought I packed it, but I didn't. So here's my first place ribbon, which I'm sorry I got my fans on, so it's like blowing. And then this thing is heavy, like I made it out of clay, but that's my sculpture. You can't really see it very good. Like it looks so much better in person. Like I made him like an 80s like outfit that he's wearing, kind of like Danny Zuko in Grease. And then I kind of made him more modern by putting gauges in his ears, so he wasn't like totally 80s or 70s, whatever. Number 13. I prefer to be called Sierra Dawn. There are some people that call me Sierra, like mainly just like family and closer friends. But when I was younger, it was always like Sierra Dawn. Now it's like my mom always calls me Dawn. Like she skips the Sierra part. Or if I'm in really big trouble, it's Sierra Dawn. Like loud as crap. Number 14, my nicknames are Rara. Rara is because, which can actually be Rara or Raradon, because when I was little, my sister and all my cousins, none of them could say Sierra or Sierra Dawn, so, but my sister kept saying Rara, Rara, so it kind of like stuck with everybody on my mom's side of the family, and I still get called Rara today, which I don't mind because I like it when people stick to like my old nicknames for some reason. Like I don't mind. And then my other nickname is Sura, which basically they took an I and an R out of my name because which actually my friend Kinsey did it. She came up with that name because it was a history class, but it wasn't history. It was like a current events type class. And basically we had to write down these notes, and I kept every class, I always would have to end up writing my name S-E-R-A instead of S-I-E-R-R-A. And so she goes, well, look, it's Sura, and I got called that for the rest of the time I was at my old school. And I still kind of get called that, like if I see some of my old friends, some of them still call me Sura. So, 15. My favorite Backstreet Boys song off of their newest album is Trust Me. Which when I went to their concert, I didn't get to see them sing it, which kind of disappointed me, but they did a lot of their like 20 or 21 year hits, like all their hits through the years, plus some of the new album, which was really, really cool because which funny enough, I knew all the songs. Like I hadn't kept up with every single like Backstreet Boys album, but I knew all the songs, so I was like, oh, like best concert ever. But then they cut out my favorite song, so I was like, oh, you guys. Ugh. Number 16, my favorite One Direction member is Niall, which is the blonde Irish one. 17, my favorite thing to draw with is soft pastels, which if you don't know what soft pastels are, they are basically little sticks of pastel, but they look like and feel like chalk. 18, my favorite solo artist is Ed Sheeran. My OTP is Matthew Lush and Nick Laws, which they have a channel called Lush. 20, I have an iPhone 5 that is in silver, which you can't tell because I have a purple case on it, so you can't even tell what color it is. 21, The only flag I own is a rainbow flag that I got from Pride, which actually my stepmom got it when we were at Pride, and I took it because I was like, well, I want a flag. And my little sister got sunglasses from probably one of my aunts or one of the girls that was with us. So I got the flag while she got the sunglasses. 22. I am a supporter of equal rights for the LGBT community, which I have talked about in a couple of my videos. Number 23. I've been dyeing my hair since July 3rd of 2013. Basically, July 3rd, because the day before we were at the IDI rally, which is, I think it's indirect injection, something like that, which is basically diesel trucks, and it was the day before 4th of July, so, and it was the first time I dyed my hair blonde, and we went to the store and we bought, red and blue hair dye, and we did like my bangs red until the tips, and then we did them blue, and then we did the bottom of my hair red until the tips and did it blue. So that was pretty cool. But then it stayed in for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I had to go to like my first day of school with still leftover like faded red and blue in my hair. And luckily by picture day, my hair was just blonde and had no color in it. 24. I'm very close with my younger sister, Maddie. She is like my, not necessarily my best friend, but she's like my really, like we're really, really close. We basically can tell each other anything, and we're basically like the two that are really, really sarcastic with each other, and we don't really take offense to anything each other says. Like, we'll be really, really crazy out stupid with each other, and then when there's other people around, we just like look at each other, and like there's times where we can just look at each other and start laughing, and it's yeah, it's crazy. Out of a lot of people, I'm closest to my mom. Me and my mom have a really, really close relationship. Like, I can talk to her about basically anything that I need to. 26. I've had 3 boyfriends. 27. I'm a single Pringle right now. My mom always laughs at me when I say I'm a single Pringle. Like, I don't know. Like, it's, like, I'm being honest. 28. My favorite color is purple, which my hair is, like, it was purple. But it's more like, which is actually still purple up here, but it looks more pink. And then, like, the blonde is kind of showing through, but this is actually, like, a pastel pink after you get past my purple roots. Let's see, 29. I don't know how to put makeup on, and, like, if you put makeup in front of me and ask me, like, what is what, I could not tell you, unless it is labeled. I can't tell you, like, let's see, number 30. My favorite older, like, oldies band is Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. 31. I prefer to listen to the Rolling Stones over the Beatles. Like, there was this big debate, like, over, like, whether the Rolling Stones or the Beatles are better, and in my opinion, I feel like the Rolling Stones, like, I like their music better. 32. Every night I sleep with 2 quilts that my mom's grandma made, I think. So I think my great-grandma. Basically, like, there's only one that I mainly like to sleep with, and it's, white with a pinkish design in it. I don't know why, but that's just like my favorite one. 33. I have a Louis Tomlinson doll that sings One Thing by One Direction, which actually my friend Izzy got it. Oh, I didn't pack that either. I gotta find his button. It's like on his belly. Yeah, my friend Izzy got me that for Christmas, and I got her acrylic paints, cause we're both art people. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get her art stuff. Let's see, 34. I have never had my first kiss. 35. My first concert was Backstreet Boys with Avril Lavigne as their opening act, and let's see, Brian Luttrell's son Bailey sang, and I was like, oh my gosh, you are so cute. Thank you. Oh. He sang 2 songs, and him and his dad got up there and did a little bit of a funny skit. 36. 2014 was my first year to go to Pride, so this was my first year going to Pride. 37 is I wear a size 7 to an 8.5 in shoes, depending on what type of shoe it is. Which I think that's like normal size for girl. 38. My youngest sibling is 12 years younger than me, which his name is Alexander, and he's 4 now. He'll be 5 this year. 39. I am 5'2". I am literally shorter than all of my friends. Like, I can stand next to all my friends, and like my best friend Izzy, like, she can be wearing flats, and like I'll be wearing my tennis shoes that have like a little bit of a heel on them, and she'll still be taller than me. It makes me so upset. I'm just like, can I, like, you all shrink, or can I like grow 3 or 4 inches? 40. I literally fangirled when I found out that Jake Miller followed me on Twitter. Which, if you don't know who Jake Miller is, he is a singer / rapper, and I've been following his YouTube since he was 18, I think he was 18, but I'm pretty sure he's in his 20s now, and he got signed to a record label either this year or last year. So it was pretty cool to see that he followed me when I've been, like, watching him since he, like, was posting his first videos on YouTube. Let's see. 41. My favorite drink is hot tea when you put a little bit of milk in it, and like 5 or 6 packets equal. 42. I used to do 4-H just so I could cook food and so that I could decorate cakes like my mom. Because around the time I was doing 4-H, my mom worked at Walmart in like the cake decorating bakery section, and she always decorated all my birthday cakes, and they always came out so cool. And so I always wanted to be like my mom and do the cake decorating until I was like 10, and then I decided I wanted to be like my dad and do work at a correctional facility, which is basically like it's a prison type deal, which I kind of still want to do. Um, let's see. 43. My three favorite YouTube channels are Lush, O2L, and Tyler Oakley. 44. Opposite to my personality, I tend to wear black and gray a lot. If you know me, I'm usually like one of those people that'll wear like really odd colors together. Like I wear bright blue pants and purple pants and like multi-patterned colors, and yeah, I wear different patterns together. Dye my hair odd colors, obviously. But like it's mostly when I have to go to school, because like when I get up early, I don't take the time to search through my closet, and I just kind of like pull down a color that matches my mood, and I'm not a morning person, so it always ends up being a dark color that I put on. Unless I set it out like the night before and then I wear nice colors to school. 45. My favorite shoes are my combat boots that I got from Dots. 46. I refuse to eat cinnamon because for some reason every time I eat cinnamon, like the taste is so bad to me that I get sick. Like physically I get sick. Like I end up like puking everywhere. Like I just can't do it. 47. I still wear my charm bracelet from when I was 5, I think. I was like 4 or 5, but I still have like most of the charms. Like I have a princess charm of all the princesses. I had a Scooby-Doo one, but Scooby fell off. An L for my last name. This one had a circle that had my birthstone in it. Bratz, because I was into Bratz. Sunnyside, because I used to go to Sunnyside Elementary. A heart that used to have my birthstone in it, and a butterfly right there. Which, the butterfly I got, I think I was 10, and I got it mainly because of my mom, because she really likes butterflies, and that was something that, like, I call that, like, her charm on my bracelet, is the butterfly. Let's see, 48. I love the cold. Like, sitting in my room right now, it's absolutely freezing. It's like, I swear, if you took a thermometer in here, it'd be about 30-some degrees, probably. 30 or 40 degrees. And plus, I have my fan going. So, because, like, I'm saying 30 or 40 degrees because at night, they keep it, like, 60-some degrees in the whole apartment. And then I turn my fan on, which brings it down so low that it's not even funny. So, plus my window's broken. So, and I took the, like, sheets of plastic off of it. So now if the air that's from outside at night comes straight into my room. So, my room's freezing, but that's okay. 49. My favorite game to play when I was younger, which it still is, but I lost a part to my Sega, which is where it plugs into the wall, so I have to find a way to get a new part for it. I like to play the Sonic games on the Sega Genesis. Number 50. My favorite store is Dots. Okay, so basically that is 50 facts about me. And this is a really long video. And I feel like super, super tired. And it's probably like 4 a.m. by now. And I'm probably not gonna get to sleep because that means I have to get up at 7:30 to be ready in time, and yeah, so I'm probably gonna be running on no sleep all day tomorrow. But thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment on this video, and give me ideas of what you guys would like to see in the comments below. So, thanks. Bye.